In the Russian city of Kirov, a couple were driving down a highway when their dashcam caught footage of something pretty creepy. This video was submitted to me by Gregory P., who saw the clip on a local news station. Upon seeing what was captured, he immediately knew that the incident was anything but normal. As the couple drive down the road, they see this.
Там мужик на дороге стоял.
Out of nowhere, a mysterious silhouette shows up in front of the car. Its sudden appearance was startling enough that the woman driving swerved upon seeing it. While it may seem like someone was actually standing there, something about them has led viewers to believe that this figure was no person at all. Given that they, or it, doesn't flinch upon seeing the approaching vehicle, and also that they just manifest out of nowhere, it's believed that this was paranormal. Although it's hard to say for sure if that's so, at least it's certain that most viewers think something unexplainable was captured.
When the smart little girl realized that she was being followed by a strange man, she quickly came up with a clever plan. She called the intercom, and as soon as the door opened, the man tried to pass behind her immediately. Except that the little girl lets him pass first, and she waits for the door to close, staying nervously outside. The man can be seen by security cameras waiting patiently inside. Then he decides to hide under the stairs to watch the little girl without knowing that all of his actions are being filmed. A little later, the little girl calls the intercom to open the door. She enters and quickly goes up the stairs. The man, noticing that she has finally entered, follows her quickly, but the little girl was too fast and managed to get away from him. However, he did not want to drop it, so he still tries to find her. Fortunately for the girl, the man ended up leaving. The footage was passed on to the police, and he was then identified and arrested. Let this serve as a warning, and please, teach your children situational awareness. Follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
And lives alone in a house, which appears to be haunted. It started out with some banging sounds and occasional knocking, and then things started moving on their own, and one night he captures this.
What the fuck?
All sorts of objects can be seen moving all over the place in the house. The man, being used to most of the activity, doesn't panic much, but isn't sure what is causing these events.
They were camping in the Brazilian woods when something begins to hunt them. A Brazilian YouTuber named NanoFG, who posts videos traveling around Brazil, recording his camping adventures, decides to set up camp with friends in the woods of Portobello. Everything in the video started off normal, prepping for the hike and making their way there. Now, as Nano and friends arrive and set up camp, they enjoy their time by the beach, but once nighttime comes, they begin to hear something moving around in the woods.
¿Sí? ¿Lo ves? Sí, vale, sí, vale. ¿Lo estás viendo? Nos está mirando, nos está mirando. Ahí está, lo veo, lo veo. ¿Lo quita? Sí, sí.
Lurking in the dark, they see a pair of glowing eyes staring at them.
No, es lo que pensamos, si es un puma, no sé qué mierda es, boludo.
Sí, no sé.
Alumbren, 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 no corran. Ahí viene, viene, viene. Ahí viene, ahí viene. Ahí viene,
Ahí, está ahí.
Lo estoy viendo, está más arriba.
Sí, no.
Subió.
After some time, whatever this is rushes at them as it stops and climbs into a tree. Not wanting to stay there any longer, Nano and the crew quickly pack up and begin to hike back to the main road, only to hear it and see it again, stalking them on their way back. They then make it to the main road safely, unsure if this was a puma hunting them or something else.
A man was taking a video of a pigeon eating when suddenly, the pigeon on the left seems to be chased by a shadow. The other pigeons around it see it too and frightened. They flew into the air to avoid it. The shadow then disappears into the grass. He assures me it wasn't a rat or anything of the sort. It was simply a shadow. Watch this.
Alexander Henderson says that throughout his life he's always been prone to sleepwalk during the night. One morning he wakes up to find his front door wide open. When he checks his security camera, he's shocked by what he finds.
The reef isn't in the right place anymore, so it doesn't look like that. That way people don't see the ones outside. Just 1 second, just so much.
Alexander seems to be sleepwalking and speaking gibberish when something hanging next to the door starts swinging around on its own, and an empty water jug slides right across the floor. Alexander opens the door, walks outside, and suddenly screams. He says he has no recollection of what happened to him and has no idea why he screamed. Now, Alexander says he's experienced supernatural activity before, so he begins to suspect that he might have seen something paranormal while sleepwalking. Then, only a day later, this happens. A chair moves on its own, the fridge door opens, and what appears to be a pack of plastic spoons is launched off the kitchen counter. Over the next few months, nothing much happens. But then late one night, Alexander is hanging out at his friend Adam's house when he sees something truly chilling. A strange-looking woman wearing a red dress appears to be watching Alexander from the building across the street. Alexander claims that when his friend Adam finally came over to see what was going on, the creepy woman had disappeared. While there, Adam asks Alexander to take a look at a speaker that's been acting up and might be broken. Alexander is still recording and captures something terrifying.
Button on the top and press it. If you're here, press the one in the middle.
Did you see it? In the reflection of the window, the same woman in red can suddenly be seen standing behind Alexander in the doorway. When he pans around, the woman has moved in an instant and is now standing right next to him. Who or what could this eerie-looking figure be? Could it be a spirit that attached itself to the sleepwalking TikTok user? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. It's 10:30 at night when an elementary school teacher in Washington is working late. The teacher is busy preparing his lesson for the next day when he spots something that gives him the creeps.
All right, I'm just finishing up putting up decorations for the students when they get back. I was on the smart board setting things up. I'm taking a step back, and you guys know me. I stay late often. It's just me here and the janitor, and let me show you. Do you see? I mean, is that not a kid sitting right there?
The teacher is completely alone in the classroom, but in the reflection of a screen, someone appears to be sitting in one of the desks. Someone about the size of a small child. The teacher later tries to capture the strange reflection on camera again, but whatever that was has now disappeared. But this story gets even weirder, because a janitor who works at the school says that he believes the eerie apparition is the ghost of a little girl who tragically passed away in an accident on school property.
I'm the person who does the cleaning here, and I saw the video the teacher has. I know that's the girl who died in an accident.
What is happening? I wanted to respect their privacy, but they just put a girl in the back of the ambulance, and the dad was running, and the poor mom was crying her head off.
So could this mysterious figure be the spirit of the little girl returning to class from beyond? I leave that to you to decide.
November 20th of 2020, a father decides to record his two sons during a playful activity. Both his kids are engaged in a playful wrestling match, with each one trying their best to beat the other. It's a tied match, as it looks like neither one can win the game. Well, that is, until one of them gets distracted. It's unclear as to what he's seeing, but his full attention is given. In fact, he's so distracted that his opponent takes this opportunity to beat him. Although capturing his loss on camera, something else was captured that neither the kid's parents could explain. While looking at the video he took, the father sees this.
Eso pa' eso, Eso pa' eso.
As the father sees that his son is fixated on something, he points the camera to where he is looking, but he doesn't see what it is that's so captivating. Whether he missed it or it simply was not visible, the camera had caught it. In the closet, a face is captured, but like something out of a nightmare, it doesn't move and stays completely still while seemingly staring at the camera. Whatever this is just stays in its corner, but when the father pans the camera to the same spot after turning away momentarily, it's no longer there. Although taken in 2020, there hasn't been any further info on this clip, yet still, no info is needed to make this footage any creepier. While there has yet to be any updates, viewers continue to speculate as to what exactly was inside this wardrobe.
I'm here doing construction work at my house by myself, and my phone starts going off. I start getting these notifications that a person's been detected in my house. 6 minutes ago, it says someone was here. Look, there's nobody here. Yeah, there's no one here. I don't understand. I noticed yesterday there was people detected too, and so I checked the cameras on yesterday's video. Okay, hold on. Okay, alright. Here, check this out. Look, no one. And then watch this. Look. And then it just disappears. And then I check the second camera in the room and check this out. Look. The shadow right there. But there's no person. I don't know what to say.